Regarding the birthday rally, I think you commented a little bit when some questions were asked by Seorang representatives. From the brief feedback that you got, how do you find the authorities' assertiveness in during the birthday rally?
Well, we expressed our concern on the way the birthday rally was handled by the authorities, and I think those concerns are still valid. But much more so is also on the treatment that a lot of the organizers are facing. And I think this is one of the few countries, one of the few countries in the world where organizers of rallies and protests and assemblies are held personally liable for things, and which is completely anti-human rights standards, I must say. And whether that is, and of course, there's a duality here. The state the state has a responsibility to make sure that there is order and there's peace and there's law. Absolutely. But the state also has a responsibility to ensure that people who want to assemble can do so peacefully. So this is a duality that the state needs to always have. And sometimes you find that the interests of order over supersede the interests for the rights. And it's really the role of the state to bring these together and understand that having assembly rights does not take away, should not take away from the role of the state to provide order and peace. So in the context of the Bessie rally, I think one of the big things was clearly under international law, an organizer, I think for themselves, for their own interests and for their own efficiency, are better off if they are able to organize themselves with marshals and organize themselves well. However, the responsibility for any unlawfulness that happens is the state. The state has a primary responsibility to make sure that the rally is peaceful. If there are agents provocateurs in the rally, it's the role of the state to pull them out in a humane way and deal with them according to the rule of law. But you cannot and should not pass that responsibility to individual citizens. That's not absolutely wrong, because the state has clear responsibilities. It's a duty bearer in so many ways in this form. The Inspector General, he talked about that the organizers don't know everybody who come, which is true, and I think they shouldn't know everybody. I think people should come out, but if there are people who are trying to create damage or create chaos and stuff, that is the role of the police then to make sure that they don't do so. Just like they stop us as we walk on the streets. If we try and commit a crime, they don't blame the shopkeeper for opening his shop and we can steal stuff. It's not, you don't blame the shopkeeper for having theft. You say the man who came in to steal is the one that should be held accountable.